Witchstarter. We're going to talk about it today at the end of the Pagan Show. $6.5 million. $6.5 million came into the magical community. And here's some little stats. If you go right now to Kickstarter.com/Witchstarter, you can find out more about this information. But this is really important. I talk about bringing money into the community, but last year, Witchstarter, which is a special dedicated campaign of the Kickstarter program, did $6.5 million in 31 days. And it was almost 300 projects were launched. And 121 of them, I got this right, 120 of them were by first-time people. 170 were by repeat people. And there were every category, but they were all dedicated to magic, divination, witchcraft, tarot, all of that. And we're given special dedication, $6.5 million amongst that. And those who did enter had a 77% success rate. So think about this. Kickstarter is dedicating themselves this year to an open call. And you can see right there on the page, we have where you can go take a look at it. And if you launch your campaign, you'll be able to get special advertising, special dedication. And last year, that was enough to raise a $6.5 million amongst 300 projects. And 77% versus the usual 40% of projects that are successful were there. What would you do with that much money? Your share of that. So now this year, what I'm going to ask you more than anything, why don't you go ahead this October and start looking at your campaigns? If you ever wanted to launch something, if you ever wanted to do something, if you ever wanted to, make a little bit of money, this is the time to do it at Kickstarter. Now, we're going to have some, as you know, I'm a big person to do with it. I've done crowdfunding. I've done a number of crowdfunding projects, and I love crowdfunding, and I'm going to be doing a big project I'll be announcing later. But if you want to crowdfund and say, I can't do it, we are going to have, and I'm going to be talking more about this, with people in the system. They're going to help you out. We can have you talk to people who can help you go through building your tarot card system. We can have people like Chris Copeland, who's coming in with Speak Your Own Book, who can help you lead you through the whole process so you can launch a campaign and build a book in time to do so. Now, does it mean that you have to have everything perfectly ready when you launch your campaign? No, that's not true. You have to have the sufficient amount that you can do it and a timeline to do it. And people are very dedicated. So if it takes you a couple of months to complete it, that's okay. $6.5 million was earned last year amongst 300 projects. So if you've ever really wanted to launch a project, I have people I'm talking to, some fabulous people, some of the best in trust about how the ways to promote yourself. Plus, we're going to dedicate ourselves, like we did last year, to doing a lot more promotion. If you ever had an art project, if you've ever had a tarot card, if you ever had a book you wanted to write, if you've had anything you've ever wanted to do and wanted to test it against the market, then this is the time to do it. Kickstarter.com/Witchstarter, and you can do that. Now, we're going to have support campaigns on Pagan World TV and Pagan World, so we can help you with it. We're going to do interviews with you. I already talked about, Speak Your Own Book with Chris Copeland you can contact. We talked about people who can tutor you. We've got a lot of resources. I've done over a dozen crowdfunding campaigns over the years, as well as some direct sales and e-commerce. And this year, I'm going to have a very special one myself. I'm going to do something amazing. So here you go. So have you ever wanted to make an arts and crafts piece? Have you ever wanted to do something on a larger scale? Can you do 3D printing? Did you ever want a 3D printing system? What is it that you want to do? I want to know what you want to do. And I'll answer any questions right now in our chats. Hey, Mary. And Mary Calavanti says hello. I will answer any questions that you have. You can always write me at edthepagan@gmail.com or paganworldtv@gmail.com for more dedicated things. And we will help you advertise. And the other thing we're doing right now is we're building the directory over at Pagan World, which will be very helpful to this project. Plus, we have a Witchstarter campaign over there. And we're doing a lot of things to dedicate it because I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of you. Ever wanted to try crowdfunding art pieces? I mean, if you've done a painting, you want to sell paintings, you want to do posters. We can talk all day about the different projects you can do. Why don't you tell me about your project? So, yeah, I'm really excited about this. Um, I love Kickstarter campaigns. I love Indiegogo campaigns, but Kickstarter is a very special place. I love them all, but Witch Kickstarter is the first to do so, and was our first thing we did with the Worlds of Witches Museum a long time ago. And it's helped create things, and it's also as much told me about what's not worked in the market. So this isn't a slam dunk, but it doesn't cost you cash to do so. $6.5 million last October. It's not the thing that would do it the best or most, but it is definitely testing. So it doesn't necessarily cost you cash to enter. It does cost you time, sweat, equity, all of those creative juices, get them going, and try to see what you can do. Kickstarter.com/Witchstarter if you want to go into the Pagan world and take a look at. We have a group from last year. I want to get that started again. We've got more or less 23 days till October 1st. Can you get a campaign ready in that time? Sure, you can. And then we're going to work together to try to advertise everybody that's in the game. Let me know about it. Talk to me about it. What else do you need to say? Um, I'm pretty excited about it. So there you go. Kickstarter.com/Witchstarter. I'll be on from with more opportunity, but this is a great opportunity for you. Whether you want our help or you want to do it on your own or you want to get other friends, think about it, talk about it. And if you don't think it works, anyone who tells you it works, I will give you those stats again. 6.5 million, 300 projects, 70%, 77% success rate. Anything in the world of magic, divination, any of their categories, and you're going to have a really good time with it. And if it works, you're going to be better off. You'll be ready heading towards Yule. And if it doesn't, you'll know how to test your market. Try again. So to everybody, Witchstarter at Kickstarter. Isn't that fun? Blessings, and I hope you have a great day. Think about it and write to me. Talk to me. We're going to do a lot of things, from books, art, everything. Witchstarter.